Greetings and welcome to my dear Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. I welcome you, and the Tarot of the Twin Sun channel is essentially a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. It flows, and accordingly, the Singularity is here to open up the gateway, the gates to the 8th house. Okay? What we may see here is essentially a point in time and space, a nodal flowing point in which this is a critical strength, or perhaps a way, a stepping stone in order to move into distant or near futures, or it could be something that you've already gone through in terms of the past energies. This is a mid-December reading. It's a bit late, but I do apologize for that. Otherwise, welcome. Please take only what you will, and note that this shall not resonate for everyone. However, for those who can pull from it some mode of wisdom or an understanding of the karma that may surround you, may you be free from this and really totally embrace in the most detailed way something that may occur for you. We'll go ahead and get started now. The 8th house is now open. This speaks to me so far of a singularity that involves a great deal of patience. It requires a stillness of the heart. As well, there is a mode of action that has to do with an offering. This could be an offering of romance or an offering of an idealized version of what you can contain, what you can emotionally identify with in terms of intensity. This deals with the abstract, the 12th house, as well as romantic or perhaps spiritual inclinations towards something that you can be coded to in some sort of way. My dear Scorpio, this also speaks of the quest for truth, in which you may be receiving in some sort of way something about the mode in which you live your truth, or live your code of ethics is coming into question here. And it's not to say that you're unethical. It just means that there's something being clarified in some sort of way by some stronger force. Someone is offering, or something is offering, the greater wisdom and perhaps the greater objectivity of intellectualism. You may be coming into modes of information when it comes to the quest for how you live out intensified modes of emotional resonance and emotional sort of interactions, okay? Your very nature of loving, as well as your nature of creation, the intensified inclinations of all of that, is coming into some sort of head with a truth that comes from the need to balance and perhaps be altruistic to all of those concerned. There's something about the way you love that is being perceived, the way you create that is being perceived, and the very path that you're on that is being informed and also resonating with others. There's something about also a type of knighthood or a type of errantry in which you become more useful in some sort of way. It's a very abstract usefulness, but it's one based on the drunken delirium of the Knight of Cups. Okay, so far so good. There is a need for patience and perhaps a period of 3 days, 3 weeks, perhaps 3 months of a project that has recently began for you. This involves a new beginning, and it's going to require a great deal of patience in order to get to a place of right feeling, of right action, in which you will be propelled and you will know when to make the right action. Perhaps you're waiting for a type of information that should come to you in the form of intuitive knowing, something that is deeply known through the stomach as well as deeply known through the digestive fires of acidity within yourself. Because the stomach not only digests physical properties, material properties, but also that of intelligence, that of emotional sort of understanding. These also become digested to understand a bit more of the spiritual path that you may be on. This may be a new spiritual path also, a path in which you are able to create modes of resonance within your own passions, okay, your own desires. And these are strongly compelled in some sort of way by what? Let's see. Okay, we have the Tower's energy, Two of Swords, and the Nine of Rods. Okay, so deep down inside and on a subconscious, unconscious level, there is a type of action that is being redefined when it comes to the way you code yourself, you program yourself, okay? And there is a choice here, one that involves intuitive understanding, perhaps weighing out different possibilities or different truths, dualism, okay? Very strong. Dualism, especially when it comes to what has emerged in your external reality, or perhaps things within you that fortify or structure yourself of knowing, or perhaps that are essentially things that may have come out of an extreme fixity, or perhaps something that has come out through the energy of Saturn, okay? Structures or ways of seeing society, societies themselves as they represent themselves, structures or power games outside. There is a revamping or reworking of power by this new beginning that you have had with the sun. Emerging out of the pentacle and the sun breaking down the tower's energy. Okay, this interplay will help you understand modes of duality, intensify dualities of your own personal inner truths that may be polarized. That you might have one choice or another that seems equally compelling, say, and writing out both choices would be your preferred mode of activation. But this is being taken away from you in some sort of way. The tower, it reveals a type of release of power, okay? A release of that which has been structured in a way to stand the ages but has failed in some sort of way. This release comes through the energy of Pluto, of Mars, as well as the Sun and Uranus. And this is also a way for you to become very strongly affiliated with a way of really understanding how to set your boundaries, of how to set your boundaries with others, but also how to preserve your own sense of inner self. And excuse me, and noting how this self-empowerment has set you into a type of fixity, okay, a type of way of seeing things and being very intensified in terms of your polarities of identification, of different choices, and like being very intensified. Maybe you may be ruling out one of them, but in a sense you may be finding some sort of new fervor or new way to desire something, or something new to be desired, okay? That is what I'm seeing. So essentially it's a path of the warrior, and the Mars energy is strong here. Activation of also Libra energy and the third house. So there's something about needing to speak about the other, or speak to the other, to express something in which you become a radiant sort of being. And as you do this, you set that which is powerless into its rightful place, that is into the earth. You ground someone, or you ground those around you, because you've been through enough experience already. That's what I'm seeing. Um, at the same time, there's something on your mind that has to do with a return to something, a return of something primordial, something that has been since childhood, or been since your very iteration in this lifetime. You've been waiting ages in order to drive or direct yourself in a very Jupiterian way, in the realm of expansion when it comes to the philosophy that comes in the ninth house. But because this is an eighth house reading, and it speaks of essentially coming into a mode of flexing in a way, finding new power, finding new desires. There's a mode of manifestation here that has to do with what stems from the past, returning to that, being very thoughtful about it, but also being very patient, and sort of quelling the heart's desires. As you do this, there is a very Venusian Scorpio energy, which is around the stellar complexion right now. That has to do with the Seven of Cups. The veil is there, as well as the veil of temptation, desires being paramount to something. But as you burn the fires of your inner knowing through your heart and your stomach, there is a possibility of digestion here, as well as proper decombustion of certain things, decombustion of power structures that have no place in your life anymore. And this is becoming a lesson to you. You are learning through the energy of Gemini, which is that of the student. Okay, and as you do this, also what emerges is the need to, or the desire perhaps, to come into some sort of truth. As I mentioned before here, this is a quest for truth. This is a quest in which the knight goes for truth, and it comes from a place of balance, as well as the ace of rods emerging out of that, which has been ghosting throughout the entire reading so far. This talks about maturity of the mind, as well as maturity in objectified ways of seeing things by understanding the differences of information, the perhaps many misleading different variant possibilities of intensified apparent truths, but then becoming a master of that and really seeing through a retroactive gaze that, especially if you've been starting new projects or new affiliations with jobs or new affiliations with your reality, there is a possibility of you becoming an objectified sort of master in a way, and really seeing through the modalities of thought, the progression from Gemini, the third house, to the 11th house, Aquarius. What emerges out of this is you becoming a type of leader, in a way, a leader in the Aquarian age, if you want to call it that, that whole New Age stuff, which is very reasonable. There is a Uranian genius and a wit that emerges out of Mercury here that will help you to solve and resolve any sort of misuses of power in the world around you. This will lead to experience, but also it will lead you into a type of mastery, okay? And that is sort of what has been on your mind also. There is a need for motivation and action here that is very strong, a fixed poise, if you will, into the future. So there's a futuristic sort of forward-moving thing here. But that's the irony, is that the King of Swords always looks back at the same time. So if you explore that which has been informing your truth, informing your objectivity, it involves the veil in a way, seeing temptations, seeing various manifestations of desires, the energy of Venus and Scorpio, which is in detriment. But also it is very powerful because you see intensified ways to see, say, past experiences or past traumas, bridges that have been burned, and also revisited in some sort of way, knowing that these bridges are forever gone in some sort of way. This becoming a source of power, and also uh, helping you realize a type of intuitive hit that will be coming into your future, okay, for at least for the singularity. So it involves the grace and the poise of Leo. Leo here in the third, yes, yes. So it's the fifth house. Fifth house is very much activated here in terms of Leo energy with the Three of Rods. That has to do with essentially coming to a type of creativity, but then it's mental and it's also based on experience of the heart. Okay, experience of that which is not only of the heart, but very much rooted in in your ability to be intuitively aware of things. Okay, what I'm seeing here is a bridge that evolves, a bridge of numbness, but also a bridge of victory. Also a bridge that has once caused many moments of pain, or perhaps deep intensified yeah, moments of pain. Another major arcana emerges here, that from which the past here, there is a great force watching over you in terms of maternal energies. This also could be you. Taurus is strong here, as well as Libra. The ability to voice certain things that are required in stillness are here, and also to process the experiences of pain that may have been through betrayal when it comes to that which has led up to a new beginning. Okay, this is a quest for purity of mind and peace. Also, the second house and the eighth house. So, Taurus energy, trying to find sensuality in the past, ways to hold on to things, to hoard, and to also commit to certain things that have been very much desired. Perhaps are shifting more into the Venusian aspect. I mean, Venus and Taurus Venus Taurus, but then also Venus Libra, being able to vocalize things and see through the other, some modes of experience and trauma that have led to this new beginning. In the near future, there is a possibility for you to make action known, and as you do this, you will be informed by your intuition. And as you do this, there is a sense of the Six of Rods here coming into a type of leadership or into a type of pomp and circumstance that will lead you into a glory, a type of glory. Okay, this has to do with the evolution of this card in particular, the 9, because the 3 and the wait, no, so that's 8. I see. There's a difference. 6, 2. A choice towards breaking free from something, or perhaps a way for you to really understand your own particularity when it comes to the Aquarian age, as well as the ability of the irony is that the Aquarian age is that which is quite rebellious in nature. It is undefined. It is very Uranian, and therefore there is unity in disunity. That is what I'm seeing. Some sort of unity and disunity in the near future. Okay. If this involves a story of betrayal, there is a possibility for you to really move forward beyond this and to rise into a type of glory. That's what I see. Um, the advice is to find a sense of fair play. To note that karma is a bitch, but also karma is one of the great teachers, and you can learn from this by extricating yourself from that karma, by being aware of that karma. Okay? That is what I see, my dear Scorpio. Thank you. And happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, and all that. Happy Kwanzaa. Please take care now, if you will. Do like, subscribe, or dislike to your own honesty. I thank you for that. And also, I am available for private readings. Thank you. Bye.